Hello everybody! So today I have for you guys my opinions on the brand The Ordinary. Now a few of you guys have been asking me to review this, and I have actually been trying the products out for a month now. So whilst you guys were asking me, I was actually using them and testing them. And these were really cheap. I swear these were like almost £5 each, or a couple of pounds above or below. The Ordinary is a really affordable brand, like really affordable, with really decent products. So I must say, before I get into this review, because I didn't like a few products, but as an overall brand, they're actually really good. The fact that you can buy some of these ingredients and some of these like specialized ingredients for under £5 is so good, like so good. From what I saw, they didn't do any kind of like cleansers or cleansers. That's The Ordinary. I think the overall brand DCM, they did have a few cleansers, but not by The Ordinary, but it was The Ordinary in particular that I wanted to try. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you have. Turn on the notifications so you actually know when I upload a video. And yes, we're going to start off with the Hyaluronic Acid 2%. So Hyaluronic Acid is basically meant to hydrate your skin, like rehydrate your skin. As someone with oily skin, I like to use hyaluronic acids because it keeps my skin moisturized without having to use heavy moisturizers. It does say that this is a lightweight and oil-free formula. It's also vegan. But yeah, I actually really like this. I got hyaluronic acid in quite a few products that I use, so it's something that I've been familiar with. But yeah, I really like this. It did keep my skin hydrated. I did find it a little bit tacky when it says that it's oil-free. For some reason, I found it was a little bit sticky though, for some reason. But once that was all kind of in my face, once that had sunk into my skin, it felt really good. My skin looked nice and plump. The thing is with hyaluronic acid, not to get scientifical here, it only works well if you live in a moist environment, if that makes sense. If the air around you has a lot of moisture in it. What the hyaluronic acid does is kind of absorb that moisture into your skin. It can hold 2 times the weight of its own moisture. So if you live in a dry or humid country, here at the moment it's summer, and believe it or not, it can be very humid and dry in the air. It's not really gonna do much for you. But yeah, I have been using this, as you can see. Oh, you probably can't see that at all actually, but the bottle is half full. Like I'm saying, I don't use this every day because I have been using products with it in. I don't want to overload my face with hyaluronic acid. But yeah, really good. It's going to be great for sensitive skin. And this was, I believe, £5 or £6. It was really cheap. So if you're someone who's not into all these other fancy formulas, but you do want to introduce hyaluronic acid into your skincare routine, because it's all the rage at the moment, this is perfect. This is actually really good. Next up, we have the Advanced Retinoid 2%. This is another product that I really liked. So the reason I got this is because in summer I get a lot of like red areas on my skin, especially on my cheeks and the corner of my nose, and I'm getting quite a few lines, fine lines on my forehead as well. Getting old. So Advanced Retinoid in general is meant to kind of help with the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and uneven skin tone. It's definitely helped even out my skin tone. I've only been using this in the evening though, because if you do use it during the day, it can, you need to wear a lot of sunscreen, basically. And being oily, I don't want to overpower my face with SPF. It is good. It's very good for sensitive skin as well. It's very light. So yeah, I don't know, my skin isn't really showing crazy signs of aging, but I suppose if you're in your later 30s, mid to late 30s, this could actually be a really good product to use. But yeah, definitely when it comes to the redness and patchiness of my skin, it has been evening out my skin tone quite a bit. So this is another product, I believe this was £6 or £8 again, so again, really cheap. Next up is the AHA 30% BHA 2% peeling solution. So this is basically a 10-minute face mask, exfoliating face mask. So you leave this on and then you wash it off immediately within the 10 minutes. So when you hear acids and peeling and exfoliating, it sounds really scary, like this is gonna like melt your skin off. It's not at all. This was actually really soft and gentle. So I got this again because it's meant to fight the appearance of blemishes, dark spots, fine lines, and give you a really good exfoliation and basically make your skin look like refreshed and renewed. You're meant to use it 2 to 3 times a week. I have been using this for a month, and to be honest with you, I just want to stop using it. I didn't see any benefit from it at all. In fact, all it did was stain my sink and my towels. I kind of wish it was more intense. It's very gentle, it's still an acid, but it's very gentle, but I kind of do wish it was a little bit more intense. I've used a lot of acids before, a lot of acids exfoliators as well, and I was very disappointed, I hate to say. Maybe I've got to be honest by saying I don't have many blemishes, but when I do get a spot, I am left with a blemish. I've got still a few dark spots left over from old spots, but it didn't even make my skin look less dull. It didn't make my skin look refreshed or renewed. It just made it look a little bit red stained, and that's not me trying to be like funny or like, oh, it's red, it's gonna stain. It just didn't do much. It just didn't do a lot. So once it wasn't reducing blemishes, fine lines, I thought this can hopefully I'm gonna carry on using it and hopefully it'll help with the overall radiance and kind of appearance of my skin. No, to be honest with you, I've used better exfoliators that were like £2. It's not the best product I've used. It does say for professional use only. The instructions are very simple to follow. It's very straightforward and you do have to stick to the directions, but yeah, disappointed. I wouldn't say this is one of their best products at all, actually. Next up, we have their natural moisturizing factors. Basically, this is made up of all natural stuff that you'll already find in your skin. It's basically a moisturizer, basically. Surface hydration formula, it says, like I mentioned, made up of things that you naturally find in your skin, like amino acids, fatty acids. It's got glycerin in it as well. It's oil-free, alcohol-free, cruelty-free, all that kind of stuff. So it is basically the bare minimum of what you need in a moisturizer in a good way. It hasn't got loads of unnecessary crap put in there. It's very light. It feels very watery, which I do usually like in a moisturizer. However, for some reason, I found this did not sit right on my skin. I don't know whether it's because I'm oily and maybe it was a bit too moisturizing for me. When I put it on, it felt good, but within minutes I was oily and I felt like it didn't sink into my skin. It was maybe a bit too hydrating for me, but if you have sensitive skin, if you have dry skin, dull skin, this is really good. It's gonna be great on sensitive skin. It will give you that hydration that you need. If you have oily skin, I'd maybe stay away from it. It's maybe a bit too moisturizing. It's maybe a bit too hydrating for your skin. That's what I found anyway, and I did find it was difficult to rub into my skin when I was using things like just a normal like cleanser, toner, serum. I would find that this looked like I was just kind of pushing it around my skin for a while rather than it sinking straight in. I found that I was just kind of moving it around my skin, if that makes sense. So as I was rubbing, there'll be a white streak there, so I'd rub and then it'll be there, and then I'd rub and it'll be there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it took a while to rub in. This was £4.90 though. £4.90, and for the ingredients that is in here, that is such a good price. Like, it's a really good price. I do keep going back to this though because I want to like it. I really want to like it, but for some reason just didn't sit well on my skin. But for £4.90, I definitely say pick it up and try it yourself. So yeah, those are the 4 products that I've tried. 2 of them I loved, like I really did like. I wanted to like the exfoliator, but I feel like even after a month using it 2 times a week, it didn't do anything for me, and I don't know if that's because I keep my skin quite exfoliated anyway. And I use other products that kind of like lighten up my skin, make it look a lot more alive and awake and healthy. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back. It's right by my work, so I'm gonna go back in. I want to take in like 50 quid and see what that will get me, because I think I spent about £20 when I first went in there, and I got so much. So yeah, I definitely want to go in, try some more. Let me know if you guys have tried anything from The Ordinary or any kind of the DCM, I'm saying that wrong, DCM label. I am so up for trying more of their products. I feel like this is a really good, honest brand at really good prices. I definitely want to check it out some more. So if you've tried this brand before, leave what you've used, leave the product recommendations that you think I should use down below. I feel like these products are really hit or miss. But yeah, I'm still excited to try out quite a few more. And the packaging is amazing as well. That is it for me now, guys. I will see you next time.